An unusual guest list at a Washington dinner party tonight. The host, President Obama, and the guests, 12 GOP senators. Now, why did the president invite the Republicans to dinner, and what did they talk about? Senator Ron Johnson from the great state of Wisconsin was there. He joins us. Nice to see you, Senator.
Well, Greta, how you doing?
Very well. So, Speaker Boehner and Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell were not at this dinner, right?
Correct.
Okay, so tell me, how close were you to the president at this table?
About as far away from you as I am from you. So it was pretty intimate gathering. There were 12 senators, president, a couple staff members, and it was very open, honest, sincere, genuine discussion
what did you talk
of
about?
The issues. We primarily concentrated on the budget issues, entitlement reform, tax reform, all the issues that we're going to have to discuss and gain agreement on if we're going to put this country on a sustainable path. So it wasn't a negotiation. It was just really a very open discussion of all the issues that we have to really work on.
Do you say anything that surprised you?
Not really, because we all know the elements of the problem, particularly with entitlements. One of the things we talked about is it's not rocket science. We know what we have to deal with. It's a matter of coming to terms. I think we talked about tax reform as being a wider variety of variables there in terms of trying to grapple with that issue.
Well, this is the great town of talk. And it's like the harder thing is to get anything to do. Did you talk tonight about how you're actually going to accomplish the principles upon which you have a common ground?
Yeah, we talked about having to establish a process to move forward. And I got the sense that President Obama is probably planning on doing something with a similar gathering with some Democratic senators. And he seemed very sincere in trying to get engaged in the process, certainly offering the technical expertise of members of the administration to help us, really work on the different elements of the solution to the problem.
Why do you think the leaders of the two houses weren't there in the Republican Party?
Well, he'd met with them on Friday, and he told us that they were pretty good discussions on Friday. But, it's going to be more than just the leadership. And, from my standpoint, this has got to be an open process. It's fine to go out and have dinner in private, but eventually all of these issues are going to have to be debated on, within committees, on the floor of the Senate, and a very open process. These are very serious issues, and the American people deserve to be part of that debate.
I guess, I don't mean to be cynical, but, we actually deserved this a long time ago. It wasn't just tonight when all of you guys got together for dinner. So it's like, if this works, terrific, that's great, and we should all take a deep breath and thank you all, and that's wonderful. But it's a little hard in light of what has transpired in the past not to be a little bit sour, and now we see a bunch of senators and the president going out to dinner and doing what, is a nice photo op as we try to get video of all of you leaving.
Yeah.
You've known about this since August of 2011, this critical mass that we're facing right now. No,
I understand, and obviously I would have liked to have had this happening 2 years ago. But it has to start somewhere, and the fact is neither side's going away. If we're going to solve these problems, it's going to have to be done on a bipartisan basis, and the only way you start solving problems is you have to develop the trust, develop the relationships. One of my points was, in a negotiation, I always spend a lot of time ferreting out, deciding what we agree on. Let's spend a fair amount of time, what do we agree on, before you really start getting into the disagreements. It's amazing how much easier it is then to get over the hurdles of the disagreements. So, that was one of my inputs. Another one was, if we're talking about tax reform, I was saying let's throw the tax code out. Let's talk about something dramatic. If we just nibble around the edges, and that's when you have all the special interests, trying to preserve their special treatment. So, let's think outside the box. Let's think about a new paradigm here.
Did he suggest he'd like to throw the tax code out?
Well, I think, again, we talked about the enormous challenge of doing that, and we also talked about the time frame we have to really work on this. I think we all recognize that, in the president's second term, you only have so much time. And so there is a certain amount of, we have to start doing this. And so,
well, I can't help but think, I wish you'd started a lot earlier. And
we all do.
What? I know.
But better late than never.
Better late than never. But for starters, you all could, you got a recess coming up, and you could send a message to the American people if you blew off your recess and stayed and really started working on some of these issues. And I know
I would be happy to stick around.
And I know that some of the recessors doing a lot of stuff for constituents, but I think that you owe a good message to the American people.
Well, I'm willing to stay as long and work as hard to solve these problems as possible, Greta.
I know you do. Senator, thank you very much. Senator Johnson, as I always add, from the great state of Wisconsin.
Absolutely. Have a great day.